As we get into the first set of pigs here on the Gamers Pig Sale, I want to thank everybody for watching the preview here or starting the preview. We're going to start here with three litter barrows, all mates, 3-2, 3-4, and 3-6. So, like I said, this will be the 2024 edition of the Gamers Preview, and I want to thank you ahead of schedule for tuning in. I got Joe Grinstead here with me to talk these pigs, and Bryce Hinchy's pulling them here. So we're actually redoing this pen because they're wanting to work a lot better here the second time around than they were the first. So pedigree here is Statement Day, or excuse me, Big Bang on a Statement Day gilt that the Wiegand family showed from us last year. She would be a Statement Day on Set the Curve's sister. So Bryce has got 3-2 hooked up there. We'll let Joe talk about him.
Yeah, 3-2, good way to start off the preview here. Man, this guy is heavy duty at the ground, big legged, still extended. He's a big hog to me. I think one that reads as a big ring type of a bear in the end, in terms of being one that's going to fit there in that heavier weight window. But again, skeleton's good, features good, big chested, good kind of body shape, right kind of running gear. I think a really good bear to start off the conversation here for this online viewing.
Yeah, I think a hog that, like I said here when we attempted this the first time around, I think this is a heavyweight bear, no matter what state fair you show him at. I mean, this thing's presence out in front of his blade and his show bear look is very good. His lines and his squareness are very good. And like I said the first time around, this is a very three-dimensional hog in terms of having some extra elevation but still being very wide and square on both ends of his skeleton. I mean, just looks like a pig that you're going to feed and just watch get thicker every day of his life. But, I think a hog that has a very high ceiling. As we get 3-4, I think if he'll hook up here just a little bit, very similar, not as big in terms of his weight today, but probably even heavier bone than -2. I'll let Joe go ahead and talk about him.
Yeah, I'd agree. Maybe just a shot stouter there in terms of feature at the surface. Today maybe isn't just as far along in terms of his body shape and where he's at, but I think one that reads with a tremendous amount of immaturity to him. Again, I think one that's going to fit a bigger, heavier weight window there in the end in this particular bear. But again, that feature, that kind of running gear, put the groceries in this guy. Watch him just expand and come together there. The rest of it's already there for you. I think that's an easy one to put on a feed program and just watch him do good things.
Yeah, he's probably not got quite as much just center today or flank as the other threes that we're going to see here throughout the course of the day. But, I mean, man, that thing's appendages are big, and his neck set is very good, and his general just base width and squareness. I mean, he just looks like one that is just going to get better and better every day of his life. Maybe not the most intelligent one today, but when that thing props up and goes, it could be real fun. If you like them green, you like them heavy boned, and you like them great built with a neat neck, you're going to love this one. So as we get into 3-6 here, the off-type one of this trio of threes, this one's probably looks a little swollen on camera back there because it took me a little longer to cut this hog, to be real honest with you. I think this one's got boar feature and kind of has a broader cavity. I'll let Joe talk about him so I can finish up with him.
Yeah, this hog is dense. He's moderate. I mean, he reads with a lot of those boar-like features to him in terms of the broadness to his skull, the bigness to his arm and rear leg. I think is very unique. Man, this guy is open there in the center part of his cavity. I think he's the most expansive there in his center skeleton. That guy's got a big pin set, a big hip. He's got some wild pieces here in this trio of bears.
Yeah, probably fits the lowest weight category or weight destination or whatever term you want to use there. Is a hog that I think reads as a 265, 75, barra at the end, and just rolls a little slower out through that process. But I mean, tail root, big legs, big heel, big rear foot. Joe said, he's certainly the most expansive in his center cavity there today, but still ties the look of the other two up front. I think a very, very neat pig. It'll be fun to see how these three feed throughout the course of the summer.
Yeah, I think his body shape is that's what allows you to feed this bear just a little slower and manage him just a shot longer, versus just being able to push on the other two. Those are the differences that I see in them. But again, I think you got two of them that feed incredibly well in terms of pushing on them, and then one I think that allows you to just kind of slow roll him in there, as Brett said. And I think you always like where he's at when you go to the barn and look at him. Nice trio bear. It's very good bears to start out here with.